Bible in a Year family? Howdy do. Episode 211. How many of these have you done with me? 144?
About 417 right now. I don't know.
Today, I think we've recorded 417. My eyes are starting to cross, my friends. Anyways, we have cut a lot of podcasts today. We have this one and one more to go. But today we're talking Jeremiah 40 through 42. This is the aftermath.
Yeah, after the fall.
Yep, after the fall. Still disobedience, though, that's going on. And it's amazing to me how even after the disobedience in these, 3 chapters here, people are still people. Yeah. I wrote that book years ago, and in the first chapter of the book, it says they never closed Fairmont Road, meaning while we're inside having a funeral at Bill's place, people just keep driving by outside. It never stops. Yeah. The remnants of Israel are carried off to Babylon, and the world just keeps turning. That's what we're going to talk about today. Join us on the other side of the intro. Here we go. I was fired up in the last episode.
You were.
Thank you for calming me down.
Well.
It just upsets me.
It's frustrating.
It is so, because I want people to follow Jesus. Yeah. You can't make them, though, can you?
No.
Oh, you can't make them. I want to, but you can't make them. So, all right, here we go. 40, 41, and 42. Humor me. I like my chapter headings. Chapter 40, Jeremiah is freed. Spoiler alert, Gedaliah gets assassinated. 41 carries that through, okay? Then you get to the end of 41. They do what they're told not to do. They get to Egypt. I mean, that's insane. God tells them, don't do that, and they do it anyways. They do. And that's kind of where you finish up for today, 40, 41, and 42. So it's interesting because when you read the tail end of 39, just humor me for a second. I know it was yesterday's reading, but turn back to Jeremiah 39, look at verse 11. Now Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had given these orders about Jeremiah through Nebuzaradan, commander of the imperial guard, which is fascinating to me. How did Nebuchadnezzar even know, or why did he even care about Jeremiah? But somehow he knows.
He was well known to them.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah.
I mean, they knew who this guy was, and the scripture doesn't really tell as far as I can see. Yeah. I mean, there might be inferences to it, but it doesn't explicitly say, I don't think, does it?
No, I don't think. Yeah. I think you're exactly right.
Verse 12, take him and look after him. Don't harm him, but do whatever he asks, which it wasn't like Nebuchadnezzar. I mean, let's be honest. What he did to Zedekiah, it wasn't like he was a kind, compassionate guy.
No.
So Nebuzaradan, the king, commander of the guard, Nebuchadnezzar, a chief officer, Nergal-Sharezer, a high official, and all the other officers of the king of Babylon, sent and had Jeremiah taken out of the courtyard of the guard. They turned him over to Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, to take him back to his home. So he remained among his own people. So he's in charge of the new governor of Jerusalem, okay? Now, jump down to 40. The word came to Jeremiah from the Lord after Nebuzaradan, commander of the imperial guard, had released him at Ramah. He had found Jeremiah bound in chains among all the captives from Jerusalem and Judah who were being carried into exile to Babylon. When the commander of the guard found Jeremiah, he said, the Lord your God decreed disaster for this place, and now the Lord has brought it about. He has done it just as he said he would. All this happened because you people sinned against the Lord.
Duh.
The Lord. Think about that. That's the Babylonians saying, you guys are a bunch of sinners, so you got it. And did not obey him. But today I'm freeing you from the chains on your wrists. Come with me to Babylon if you'd like, and I'll look after you. But if you don't want to go, then don't come. Look, the whole country lies before you. Go wherever you please. However, before Jeremiah turned to go, Nebuzaradan added, go back to Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan. Okay, so I'll stop right there. So he's put in the care of Gedaliah at some point, or at that point, but at some point, he ends up among the exiles again.
Yeah.
And they find him, and they say, wait a minute, what are you doing here? They say, well, look, you can come to Babylon, or you can stay here, you can do whatever you want to do. And Nebuzaradan comes back in and says, no, getting back to Gedaliah's house. And that's ultimately where Jeremiah goes.
Yeah. He's got the freedom, but that's where he goes for now.
Then things get bad, don't they?
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about in terms of it's just like Babylon's kind of gone now. They carry the exiles off, and now it's a battle for power. We remember back all those books ago to the book of Nehemiah, and I know that's a post-exilic book, but it's the same kind of thing. You have Sanballat, Tobiah, Geshem the Arab. Look, there's never a shortage of who's in charge up in here.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any way whatsoever by saying this, but before the body's even cold, people are already jockeying for position.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It's bad.
It's awful. And it's not just the American political system. It's humanity. That's why I make such a big deal about, okay, guys, turn all the way back. All the way back. Hold on, we're going to get there. Chapter 11 of Genesis. Now the whole world had one language and a common speech. As people moved eastward, they found a plain in Shinar and settled there. They said to each other, come, let's make bricks and bake them thoroughly. They used brick instead of stone and tar for mortar. And then they said, come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we'll be scattered over the whole face of the earth. This is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
This is exactly what happens. Oh, well, Zedekiah's not in charge?
Yeah.
Nebuchadnezzar's over the hill? He's at it? Oh, he's past the horizon?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm in charge up in here.
Exactly.
And the thing about it is, Gedaliah seems to be a decent guy.
Yeah.
He seems to be. And he's overseeing Jeremiah. But then you get over to verse 13. Johanan, son of Kareah, and all the army officers still in the open country, come to Gedaliah at Mizpah. And they say to him, don't you know that Baalis, king of the Ammonites, surrounding nation, what's going on over there in Jerusalem, has sent Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, to take your life?
Didn't believe him.
No, he missed Jesus' message. Be as gentle as a dove, but you better be as wise as a serpent.
Yeah.
But Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, didn't believe him. Then Johanan, son of Kareah, said privately to Gedaliah in Mizpah. I mean, this is a soldier going, bro, what are you doing? Don't you understand how this thing works? Let me go and kill Ishmael, son of Nethaniah. Then no one will know it. Why should he take your life and cause all the Jews who are gathered around you to be scattered and the remnant of Judah to perish? But Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, said to Johanan, son of Kareah, don't you dare do such a thing. What you're saying about Ishmael is not true.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is. This is who people are, and this is how they behave, and this is what's going to happen to you, and they're going to kill you. No, he would never do that to me. Yeah, he will.
And he did.
And he did.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. When, it's funny. I know it sounds horribly negative, but this book that I'm reading, Failure of Nerve, this is one of the things that Friedman says in the book. You better be aware of sabotage. You had better be aware of sabotage. If you're Nehemiah, there's always going to be a Sanballat, Tobiah, and Geshem.
Sure.
I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact. If you're Paul, there's always going to be people from the temple at Artemis. There's always going to be silversmiths. You know, if you're Paul, there's always going to be a Sanhedrin. You know, if you're Moses, there's always going to be a Dathan and Abiram. I'm just saying.
It's true in our day and age, too. Somebody said, if you're a politician and you want a friend in Washington, get a dog. You know.
How about this one? And I'm not trying to be whatever by this. Okay? Let's just go like way back to the beginning. Okay?
Okay.
All right? So Satan plays the role at the beginning. Okay? Now Abel kept flocks and Cain worked the soil. There was always a Cain to an Abel. How about this one? The sons of Noah came out of the ark. They were Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Oh, boy.
Ham was the father of Canaan. How'd that go down with Ham? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's always somebody that is waiting in the wings. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be cynical.
It's truth.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Like, and like Jesus wasn't aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is nothing messianic about Gedaliah in this instance. Now, he had a good heart, it seems. The problem was he was naive. There's nothing naive about Jesus. When he looks at Judas, the day he picks him, he knows. John 6, he says, one of you is going to betray me.
Yeah.
That wasn't upper room talk. Upper room, that was stated years before.
Sure was.
He said it out loud. Yeah. He knew it. He knew it. You know, and that's the thing. We have to be aware of these things. And I'm not saying, oh, keep one eye open because people will. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the enemy is always going to kill, steal, and destroy.
Yeah.
But I've come that you'd have life and have it more abundant. And until the kingdom is on earth as it is in heaven, we have got to be aware of the fact that Sanballat, Tobiah, Geshem, Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, Ham, Cain, people in Babel. It's just part of the deal. Dathan, Abiram, even Aaron and Miriam.
Yeah.
It's part of the reality of life.
Yeah.
It just is. You know? What stands out for you? Man, I've talked so much these last 2 episodes, I feel like I've hogged the time.
Not at all. The application of all that, for me personally, is, yeah, they may betray you, but don't you betray me.
That's right.
You know, I cannot betray the Father. I've got to be true. I've got to be solid, steady, and, you know, they're going to have to answer for themselves.
100%. Not even a question.
All right, chapter 41. Whew. In the 7th month, verse 1, Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, was royal blood and had come one of the king's officers, came with 10 men to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, at Mizpah. While they were eating together, Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, and the 10 men who were with him got up and struck down Gedaliah. So you have the assassination of the king in charge, of course, under Babylonian control ultimately, but he was the man that had been appointed by the Babylonian head to be governor of Judah and Jerusalem. So I remember November 22nd of 1963. I remember the assassination of President Kennedy very well. And in 68, Martin Luther King Jr. and Bobby Kennedy. It does more damage to the psyche of a nation than anybody understands. And so there's just one more horrific blow into Jerusalem and Judah, the assassination of the governor, and a very tragic series of events.
You know, and I think it's telling there, too, when it says that Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, who was of royal blood.
Yeah.
It's this sense of entitlement of position too. Don't you know who I am? Don't you know what I'm about? They're all jockeying for position, and they're all constantly rallying their troops. And it's, you think about Herod the Great killing his own children.
Oh, my word.
I mean, this is it. I mean, this is what we're reading about. Why did Pilate want to put down the uprising? Because Caesar had told him, you let that happen again, you're a dead man.
Yeah.
You're a dead man. You know what I mean? It's all, how do we keep the peace? How do we grow the power? How do we do this? How do we do that? This is politics 101 playing out in these chapters, okay? So Ishmael puts himself clearly in place, okay? Clearly in place. But when you get over here to verses 11 through 15, there's a little bit of a turn that happens, okay? A little bit of turn, all right? When Johanan, son of Kareah, and all the army officers who were with him heard about all the crimes Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, had committed, they took all their men and went to fight Ishmael, son of Nethaniah. They caught up with him near the great pool in Gibeon. When all the people Ishmael had with him saw Johanan, son of Kareah, and the army officers who were with him, they were glad. Some loyalty there, buddy.
Yeah.
All the people Ishmael had taken captive at Mizpah turned and went over to Johanan, son of Kareah. But Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, and 8 of his men escaped from Johanan and fled to the Ammonites. It's all jockeying for position politically, and how can I maintain my forces? If we remember, they were the ones that started this in the first place, the Ammonites. And so he's got to kind of run home to daddy, so to speak, And now here we are again. And this is something God told them not to do. Don't go back to Egypt. And this is what plays out here.
They go back.
They do. Then Johanan, son of Kareah, and all the army officers who were with him led away all the people of Mizpah who had survived, whom Johanan had recovered from Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, after Ishmael had assassinated Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, the soldiers, women, children, court officers he had covered from Gibeon. And they went on, stopping at Geruth Kimham near Bethlehem on their way to Egypt. What? Whoa! To escape the Babylonians. The Babylonians are gone.
Yeah.
They were afraid of them because Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, had killed Gedaliah, son of Ahikam. Oh, that's right. They might come back, whom the king of Babylon had appointed as governor over the land. So when he finds out the governor's not there, what are we going to do? It's funny. I had somebody reach out to me here recently and say, well, what if we did this, and what if we did this, and what if we did this? Not something I was involved in, but it's something that this person was involved in and asking my opinion. And I said, can you help me understand what you're telling me of all of that is truth? Because it certainly seems like lies and manipulation to me. And I sent this very long list of scriptures.
Oh.
Truth will set you free type of scriptures.
Yeah.
Avoid lying, avoid manipulation. I said, if you can help me understand how the avoidance of the truth sets you free, I'll go with you. But after you read all these verses of scripture, you're going to find that's not the case.
Yeah.
And this is the point that you were making about Jeremiah, I think last episode or the episode before. He never wavers from the truth.
Oh, my, no.
He holds to the truth the whole time and says, you know what? You say that you hold my life. I'm telling you who holds my life. And I will not compromise the truth. Because if I compromise the truth,
Amen.
Then I'm compromising my dedication to the one true and living God,
Amen.
Who is truth. So what they should have done here is said, wait a second. This is not right. We got Jeremiah with us here. Ultimately, they have Jeremiah with them.
Right.
I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit. But we don't need to be heading towards Egypt. We need to stay right where we are. And again, it's not what happens.
Yeah.
That's how it plays out.
They kept disobeying God. And then in 42:2, Jeremiah the prophet said to him, please hear our petition and pray to the Lord your God for this entire remnant, For as you now see, though we were once many, now only a few are left. Pray that the Lord your God will tell us where we should go and what we should do. And Jeremiah says, dude, I already told you all that.
I know. He's getting frustrated at this point.
is.
Gosh, for like decades, this poor fella. How many years? I know you told this before. How many years was he a prophet?
Well, it's 627 BC to 586 BC, basically.
40 years.
Yeah.
40 years.
About 40 years.
He's been singing the same song, and nobody is paying attention, So let's kind of bring this to a close, guys. 42, 19 to 22. We'll pick it up tomorrow in 43. Here we go. Remnant of Judah, the Lord has told you, don't go to Egypt. Be sure of this. I warn you today that you made a fatal mistake when you sent me to the Lord your God and said, pray to the Lord our God for us. Tell us everything he says and we'll do it. I've told you today, but you still haven't obeyed the Lord your God and all he sent me to tell you. So now be sure of this. You will die by the sword, famine, and plague in the place where you want to go and settle. And that's the thing. Kill, steal, and destroy. Life and life more abundant. It's not just sword, famine, and plague in Jerusalem. It's not, this is what they're going to do there. It's what the enemy does everywhere. And when you walk outside of obedience to the Lord, you're opening yourself up to thievery, murder, and destruction. That's what you're opening yourself up to. So just do what God says. You'll have life and life more abundant. I don't care how rough the conditions get. Life and life more abundant will be your preservation. My children will never beg bread. I said that a couple of weeks ago at a sermon. Look, I know you want hot fudge sundaes, but that's gratification, not sustenance. Yeah, but we deserve hot fudge sundaes. Says who? Do you want to live, or do you want to live decadently? Well, do you want to live, or do you want to live decadently? I think I just want to live. I really don't care. If I have to eat manna the rest of my life, okay, fine. I mean, really, that's all it comes down to. Who cares? Do I get to live? Yeah. I might die if I eat a hot fudge sundae? Yeah. I think I'll go with manna.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what the cardiologist told me, And I had to decide, do I like ribeye steaks or do I like my family? I think I like my family. So I'll just eat the same thing, wear the same black T-shirt every day. That's it today, boys and girls. Thank you. We'll be back tomorrow, 43 through 46. You're carrying this one, buddy.
All right, buddy.
Here we go. All right, tomorrow we'll see you. God bless. 43 through 46.
I'll be ready.